Hello. I'm aware, Bradley. I am aware. I'm hoping that people want to come over here as well. Plus I'm not anticipating Giants going for 2 hours. So there's that too. I can't hear myself. The mic's not. There we go. I'm not anticipating Giants going for 2 hours, so there's that. Let's just jump straight into the game. Why not? So I have a beautiful 7810 right here. This is from RainbowDave. So a rare break from the mod hub. RainbowDave is one of those sites that I would say is pretty good. I mean, I'm using a mod from there, so of course I think it's pretty good. Yeah. Landy's been recommending that 7810 to me, and RainbowDave's one of those sites that I would trust, relatively speaking. It doesn't have a history, shall we say. Hey Sam, and Jose Alison Oliveira Santos, as well as the good guy Niels. Niels is in fact a good guy, because he's here. Always a good way to find good guys. They come to the streams and chill out and say hello. David, hello, how are you doing today, dude? David, another good guy. I mean, he's here, he's saying hello. He's chatting. I forgot to take my fish oil tablet, which is gonna mean that I'm gonna be silent for a couple of seconds while I take this, but it's not gonna require me stopping up. At least, which is a bonus. There we go. So I am anticipating the stream being fairly quiet until the Giants community stream finishes. I am aware that is ongoing at the moment, but I wasn't gonna cancel today's stream as well, just because of that. Cancelled yesterday because I wasn't feeling very well, so I didn't feel right cancelling 2 days in a row. So, did I miss anything yesterday? Out of curiosity, did I, was there some sort of big news or something? Lanny didn't mention anything to me, but was there anything that he missed that he didn't tell me? I know that he's been on Greenwich the last couple of days. Wish I had that map. He's been gushing about it, and I've been avoiding it like the plague, because yeah, keep me up to date with what's going on the Giants stream. This is going to be one of those rare times where I guess do keep me updated on another stream that's currently ongoing. Yeah, wanna hear about any cool news from that. Unit size in real life, 6175 or very nice 6R. Kevin, how much I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Slightly frustrated that I'm having to compete with Giants. I mean, how do you compete with the guys that made the game? But other than that, pretty good. Dribble. What? It kind of sucks that the times Giants are going to stream and it's just a thing. The times Giants are going to stream are going to almost always be when I'm on a stream. So I end up getting screwed over. But I can't exactly tell them, ooh, stream at a more inconvenient time for you, please, because it's more convenient for me. 11090 coming to farm soon. It's gonna be on console. Ooh, who from, David? Out of curiosity. Kevin, I wouldn't anticipate new mods. I get the feeling mods are now being held. This is what I would do, and I get the feeling Giants might be doing it. Is the mod contest mods are going to drop on Monday or Tuesday of next week-ish. Closing date for submissions is Saturday, so I'm anticipating a drop Monday or Tuesday of next week. And it's going to be a huge one, because ideal world, they're going to want to drop everything at once. So our Giants, I'd hold all mods for now. Pass, fail, whatever. Just hold them all. Hold them all for a week or so. Or, well, I don't know. Maybe I'd drop mods up until like mod contest drop, and then hold mods for like a week. Because sure, it'll be frustrating. There'll be no mods on the mod hub for like a week, but it'll give the mod hub or the mod contest mods time to bed in with the community, time for people to give them priority, and allow people time to kind of get their opinions made up and then their minds made up on them. Because I know there's always some mods that I'm like, I hate it, and then I play with it for a few hours, and I'm actually like, hang on a second, they're hoping to drop on Monday. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The reason I was suggesting Tuesday as a second potential day would be that Monday could be the day that they just run them all through whatever antivirus check they do, because it's not going to be full testing. Kevin, yeah, no promises. If it's not Monday, it'll be Tuesday. That is, I don't want to say guaranteed. That is fairly certain. Just because they want to get the contest mods out as quickly as they can. Also, that needs to go on. I need to find the John Deere. There we go. The contest mods for the contest itself will be PC only. And the simple reason behind that is there won't be any testing done. The only testing done to the mods in the contest will be an antivirus check. And why is the Landini outside? I can't remember, but it fell over at some point. It fell over at some point last week, and it's just been kind of abandoned there since. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, and I'm eventually going to get this full thought out, I promise. Contest mods don't get tested as such. Difficult to hear me over vehicle sounds. Yeah. Landy was saying this deer is quite loud, so let's just turn that down. There we go. Hello, Shy. Thank you for the heads up there. The contest mods basically just get a virus check. Sony mainly. I don't think Microsoft are strict. Want full like checks and licensing checks and all this kind of stuff done to mods. And that's not really feasible to do with the mod contest, seeing as most of the mods I would anticipate being uploaded on Friday and Saturday itself. They always get left out, but there's actually a reason. It's not just screw console. It's in the interest of fairness for the contest, all the mods need to be available, and not all of them will be able to go to console, and not all of them will be licensed brands. So it's much better for the fairness of the mod contest if it is left to PC only, which it does suck for console players, don't get me wrong. It sucks that they, just by the way the contest works, are being left out. But from a level playing field point of view, it is much better to have them all be PC only and not available on consoles for the for the duration of the contest, really, than to have some be on consoles and get either an unfair advantage or disadvantage. It's left to be seen. And some be PC only, and then just having different mods in different places, it's a bit of a mess. So it's much better having them all available to the same people. And I will, by the way, once those drop, whatever the day those mods all drop, I will be cancelling that stream. I am telling you guys right here, right now, whatever day those mods drop, there will be not be a stream that day, because I will be going on an absolute recording binge of spotlights of each and every one of those mods. They'll be quick 5 to 7 minute videos, much like I did for the last mod contest. Each mod will have its own video. I can't speak for the maps, because maps tend to be a bit more difficult to look at. I will definitely click Greenwich. If Lancey's entering This Is Ireland, I will 110% have a look at that. Dave doing videos? I know, but it's a mod contest. Mod contest always gets videos done from me. It's one of those things, because I can upload them en masse. They're very easy to do. I don't, like, there's no kind of, this is going to sound bad, there's no huge amount of effort that goes into them. The thumbnails I'll put a lot of effort into, because I like playing around with thumbnails and different settings and things like that. But in terms of making the videos, I can record, what was my record last year? Was it 18 in a day? So I can mass record and just get videos pumping out back to back, and bulk render a lot of them and just get it done in a fairly similar way to the way I did it last time. Although it's actually going to be easier, because I can edit and render at the same time, so I can actually get even more done this time around in a day. So whatever day they drop, anticipate videos starting the next day, and like every hour or two after that. I'm hoping there's like a huge dump as well. No announcement for DLCs. There won't be an announcement, I would anticipate, until FarmCon. I reckon Giants will announce whatever DLC is coming. And they've been saying, somebody was saying last week, it's the Platinum Edition. That'll probably be announced at FarmCon. And if it is announced at FarmCon, just because of where it is, I'm anticipating it being Class. And that would be the Metal Edition, which I have been saying this entire time, that if Class come into 19, it will be with the Metal Edition. It's the second most prestigious place to have your brand. It's the big, huge blowout DLC towards the end of the game. So it makes sense, but at the same time I'm kind of surprised that Class, if it is Class, weren't willing to hold out until 21, or whatever the next game is. Now, for all I know, it's a John Deere expansion. I genuinely have no idea. But based on the fact that the FarmCon is going to be in Harstwinkle, which is where Class are, literally it's where Class are based. It's not just a factory, it's the factory. It's their headquarters, so it makes sense for it to be Class, considering FarmCon is literally at the Class headquarters. I can anticipate some sort of cool reveal of it. Like if it is Class coming in, I can anticipate something like a door opening and revealing a Zerion or something. That'd be a really cool way of doing it. Or a Lexion. Or even a Jaguar. Which is something that I definitely... If Class come into the game, there needs to be a bloody Jaguar. and Lexion. At least two Lexion. But yeah. Steve says nearly over, just doing giveaways about FSL. Our stream's nearly over, they're doing giveaways all about FSL. Also Sunday FarmCon will be FSL. Well, that's their big thing at the moment, James. Whether you like it or not, the Farm Sim League is a big thing for Giants. It's especially for Lizartan. It's his baby, and he's in charge of the community, so he's naturally going to want to push his baby to the front of everything. I like the idea. I think it's a fun idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I think the basic idea is fun. I don't see myself doing it, just because I've kind of distanced myself from esports in general for the last few years. I used to play a lot of StarCraft, did a few tournaments in StarCraft, but I've really distanced myself from esports because one thing I learned is it's all tryhards and cheese. But the league idea is fun. Zav, I hope it's Zav. Lewis, hello. How you doing, dude? Hope you're doing well. I'll tell a lie about esports, actually. I've been really interested in iRacing, the various things they do, so that's technically esports. Although I don't follow the actual pro leagues, so I don't know. Yeah, I see where Giants are coming from up doing the league. I don't know if it's gonna work. I kind of hope it does, just for Lars, because he's a nice guy. But I don't know. Hey, Nathan and Twisted, you guys are. I take it the Giants stream is finishing. I've been told there were no announcements during the Giants stream, other than like Sunday at FarmCon's gonna be all FSL. How's it going? It's going good. That was a pretty quick stream from Giants. What was it, 20 minutes? You not watch the Giants stream? I'm seeing the viewer number going up, so either the Giants stream is finished or people are really annoyed at them talking about FSL again. And I'm not sure which. Also, apologies in advance for, because I know I'm gonna get this done before the end of the stream. I'm gonna have to go into the menus and turn up the vehicle sounds if I use anything other than this 7810, because it's hilariously loud. You have no interest in watching it? The Giants stream or the FSL? Because the FSL I probably won't watch, just because I think FarmCon is actually the same weekend as the Spa 24 Hours. And I'm gonna be real here. I'm gonna be real. If I've got a choice between Farm Sim and the Spa 24 Hours, I'm watching Spa. I'm watching the Spa 24. I love me motor racing too much. So glad the 6MS beacons now. That was a change that was necessary. It's kind of silly now that you can't take the beacons off. It would have been nice to have it as an option, the way that a lot of modders have done it. Because, you know, some people prefer tractors without beacons, some prefer with. So it's not even a complaint, it's just kind of a little tiny thing that I feel could be improved, is for Giants to do what modders have been doing and having the beacons as an option, as opposed to this tractor has beacons, but this tractor over here does not. Hey, local cheats. So, you know, small changes that can be made to the game. It's sometimes all you need is some small changes and it makes a big difference. Like the beacons being put on the success. You know, you hear people, I've done that myself, saying like, Giants need to make some big changes to the game. Well, do they really? Do they? Because I mean, I think some small changes and some optimizations and some tweaks could probably have the same net result. Do I know any USA maps for FS19? There's a few on the mod hub local cheats, but I think the majority of them are forestry maps for some reason. Apparently all you guys do in the USA is forestry. There's no actual farming. You found an efficient way to move bales using the adapter from 1000 to 3 point. Use a white bale spike works great. I mean, that's definitely an idea, Roscoe. It's definitely a thing what you can do. Down or low? How's things? Things are good. Things are good. If you're wondering why I'm maybe a bit quieter than usual, my sister's currently asleep. She's on nights again, so maybe quietish streams for the next few days. In like the world of Dave, things what have happened today. My mother got her new car. She's replaced her Ford Ford Fiesta. She's replaced her dark grey Ford Fiesta with a bright red Ford Fiesta. I'm not kidding. Okay, so her car history is interesting. And I'm just going to go through the last three, which was a bright red Ford Fiesta, a dark grey Ford Fiesta, which she got rid of today, and a bright red Ford Fiesta, which she got today. All of them, like, when she got them brand new. Yanis Yellow. You are late, Yanis. You're a terrible moderator. You did not show up on time. You're clearly slacking. Anybody who thinks I'm serious? No. That's not. That ain't it, bro. Been working a lot? No, you've not. I've not seen you in Discord at all. Who are you about? With what, Bradley? With the cars? My mother. She's got her new car today. A 192 Ford Fiesta in red, and it looks gorgeous. Looks a lot. It's amazing the difference that a color can make to a car. Because I think it's the same base design as the. I think her last car was 171 or 172. 171, I think. She's not got an obsession with them. She just like really likes how they look and feel and the cost. Adam, hello. Fords are amazing. Fiestas are really fun. I like Fiestas. First, like genuinely, if I had a car, it would likely be a Fiesta. Maybe a Focus, but like they're just fun-looking cars, little Fiestas and Focuses. I know that Americans probably wouldn't want them because they're way too small. Kevin, I'm with you there. And as I was predicting, if they are coming to 19, it will be with Metal Edition. F-150, yeah, I've seen an F-150. That's way too big. No. Usually it doesn't even get Focus or Fiesta. Oh my god. What kit do I have? Yes, Adam. I genuinely can't remember. Let's have a look. Oh, I got. We've got Ford 7810 that I got from RainbowDave, one of the few trustworthy websites out there, in my eyes. Fence 716 Vario, which I should have hired a worker on. Go, hired worker. Droop Snoot Massey that I could have sworn I got rid of at some point. The pickup with the good horn. Fortune E303, New Holland wheel loader that's at the BGA, despite the fact that the BGA... Oh, it does work now. Hey! A golden Massey 7700. Drunk Landini. Little Massey 711. John Deere T5 combine. A truck. And an Ursus 904, which for some reason is embedded in the wall. And a Kramer. And a second New Holland. Why do I have two New Holland? Oh, this one was the rescue wheel loader. That one. I'll bring that to the... I have too much equipment, as it turns out. Five-cylinder focus. How do you get a 5-cylinder focus? Hey, BF. Fiesta XR21. Is that the one from like the mid-90s? No, or the one that was just a shoebox? Oh. The front-wheel drive Focus RS had a Volvo engine in it? Why would you put a Volvo engine into a Ford? Hey, farming boy. Granddad has a Focus, your dad has a Ford Explorer. I'm gonna be real for a second. I am not a big fan of pickups in real life. Unless you live on like a farm or you have a legit need to get a pickup truck, I don't see why people have pickup trucks. Like, that said, 71 guy, he has a need for a pickup truck because he runs a business where a pickup truck is very useful. But 90% of people, I don't understand why you want a pickup truck. K-Red is Rapid Hill, the Roll, Bill 2 is Bright Red. Bright Red is just the right colour for cars. I mean, you get done for speeding a lot more often. And you're actually statistically more likely to get done for speeding if you're in the red car, fun fact. But they just look nicer. Ford Escort. You see, it wasn't an Escort Cosworth. There's your problem, yes. The only good Escort is a Kazi. Or Kaza, whatever you want to call it. Let's get that turned on, let's get that down. I know that I'm supposed to start over the other end of the field. Let's start here. After that, only Volvos? Ugh. No. Volvos for me just come across as insanely boring. Like, real talk, Volvos are boring cars. A 5-cylinder flying brick. I mean, that's how Volvo design cars, isn't it? They start with a brick and then add wheels. What's my dream car? I'm gonna ask a question that is very related here. Does it have to be practical, local cheats? Does it have to be like my practical... Stretch, thank you again for the raid, dude. Very much appreciated. It doesn't have to be practical. A DeLorean. DeLorean is my absolute, like... I want a DeLorean. Money is no object. Practicality doesn't matter. I want a damn DeLorean. A Mustang? I mean, if money If practicality mattered, I'd probably go with DeLorean looks like a shiny doorstop. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. It's hilariously useless. And like, I know the DeLorean is a terrible car with a terrible design and a terrible engine, but I love it so much. Like if I had to choose something practical, oh no, DeLoreans are ugly. I love them, but they're ugly. Jag, thank you very much for the £20. That won't go towards a DeLorean, but it'll go towards something that is going to be very useful to me moving forwards. And might end up with me having DeLorean, I don't know. The more, I say practical, the more practical dream car is the, actually, no, this would be extremely practical. Practical dream car is, yeah, VW bus. I would love one of those things. You know the hippie bus? I would love one of those. Hey, Matt. But like impractical? Oh hell yes, I want a DeLorean or like a bubble car. Why a VW bus? It's one of the prettiest vehicles ever made, dude. It's got this beautiful timeless design. I would love one of those. Hey, so lad. Plus, I never claimed to have, like, actual logical sense in cars. It's a cool car, it's just a bit like, well, yeah, I don't care about speed. Like, I wouldn't care about speed if I owned a VW bus. Considering my impractical dream car can't go 88 miles an hour, it tops out at 87. You know, the DeLorean's slow as hell too. You drive a Beetle? A Beetle would be nice. That'd be like my second choice. No, third choice for practicality. Second would have to be. It would have to be the Mini, the actual Mini, not the BMW large Mini, the small boy. Like, I don't know why BMW decided the Mini needs to be 3 miles wide and 4 miles long, but they did. And then decided that it needed to have an SUV version. Like 1967, 68 Mini? Yes. No, yeah, true story. The DeLorean engine is a van engine. In the 80s. They were supposed to put a big American, like a huge American V8 from like a Mustang or something in. They couldn't afford it, so they just threw a van engine in. And the DeLorean, legitimately unlimited engine, tops out at 87 miles an hour. Flat out. Back to the Future chose 88 miles an hour because it was impossible. Isholi, thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch. Hope you enjoy the Twitch streams. I don't know what to do now. Impractical car. No, I wouldn't want a McLaren. I don't get along with McLarens. I love how they look, but I don't know, there's something about them. Unless it was in Papaya Orange. Papaya Orange just gets the free pass. Yeah, that was the joke. That was one of the best jokes in Back to the Future, and so many people don't understand it. They're just like, why 88 specifically? Is there a reason they chose 88? Is there some mathematical reason? It's like, no, the car literally couldn't do that speed. It's really that simple. They chose 88 because it was funny, because the car can't get that fast. Ever. Oh, V40R? I don't know what a V40R is. See you, local cheats, and enjoy playing FS19, dude. You can still, like, have the stream running in the background as a podcast if you want. There's no reason for you to, like, turn off the stream entirely. I want to buy a new field, because I'm too lazy to too lazy to wait for all of this work to be done, so I'm just gonna buy a field and get the combine over there. Oh yeah, I've wedged the combine in, haven't I? Yeah, this is mildly problematic. The combine is kind of wedged here. Can I... No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. No, you're fine where you are. It's... No. Yeah, that one. You, I want to detach. And can I, like, spin you around? Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna reset the combine because I don't think it's gonna get anywhere. Reset. Yes. Okay. Reset. Yes. Okay. And reset. Yes. Okay. So if I do this, we're in the combine, and oh, we're at the shop. That's verily inconvenient, sir. That's incredibly inconvenient, because now I gotta get the John Deere. Now I gotta get the 7810 down to the shop. Hang on a second. Doot doot. Need the new delivery map. I don't see the point in it, because most maps I play have the reset point, like, being at the yard. So that mod is kind of pointless. Minus the cars that I want is extremely long. I want like one of everything and about 6 different Porsche 911s. But in terms of like dream cars, it's quite short. And they're all from... I want to say actually the newest car on that list is the McLaren F1 from '95. Because if I was to get a 911 on the dream car list, it'd be the 73. Like the original 911. Because I've been in one of those and they sound gorgeous. Even in the cars they're running, they sound amazing. So I'd want one of those, not one of the modern ones. So yeah, I think the newest car on my dream car list is a '95 McLaren F1. Or BMW McLaren F1, as it was at the time. I don't think that car design has got worse lately. Because I think cars today look amazing, it's just that none of them really have legends. Like, no modern car has a legend behind it. Whereas all the cars that are on my dream car list kind of do have legends of some sort. Matt, are you playing around with your spare accounts again? Check links on Discord. I'll check after the stream. Farming boy. Yeah, Yanis, that was Matt. That was Matt shamelessly promoting. Or insulting himself, one of the two. I find that I can get much lower speeds at the wheel than I can with the Xbox controller, and I put that down to my feet actually being oddly accurate, I guess, maybe? Also me being a bit more used to using a wheel for driving. Right, we're gonna use Follow Me for this because I ain't making 2 trips. to get... What the hell? What have I done? That was odd. Was my X super slow flight? I don't know, I'm thinking, because I was looking on the X-Blade store last couple of days, and I noticed that I have enough loyalty points on there to buy the reality expansion pack for the Baron 58, which will improve the physics and stuff, and hopefully mean that I can fly it a bit easier. It'll be a bit more difficult, but I'll hopefully be able to make it work a bit easier. So I'm thinking of cashing in my points for that. And this week's flights, Friday's flights anyway, I haven't actually planned ahead for Monday yet. Friday's flights will be back to back, they'll be in the Challenger, they'll probably take like, I'm anticipating 2.5 hours to get both done, maybe a bit more, but they're not going to be slow by any means. In fact, none of the flights have been particularly slow. Some of them have been long, but none of them have been particularly slow. The issue I have, though, is a lot of the flights that I have upcoming, a lot of the legs upcoming are quite long. So I'm not entirely sure. I might end up spamming jets for a while. Also, I think the entrance to the field is up here. I'm probably wrong, but I am wrong. The field entrance is back there, and the 7810 has luckily got stuck. Hey DMF, how you doing today, dude? You might remember, by the way, that last week I was talking about the guys in the field across the road doing hay and tedding hay. Today they were in baling it with, I'm not sure what tractor. It looked like it might have been either one of three. It was maybe a Massey, maybe a red Valtra, or maybe, okay, I guess one of 4 or 5. It might have been an Ursus or a Zeta, but my 2 primary guesses would be... Okay, you've quit. Follow me. Oh my god. The headers come off entirely. Oh. That means I gotta pull the combine out of the field. I gotta pull the combine out of the field and hope that I can get through into the field again somehow. Right, you just stay stopped there for now. Not that you've got a choice. Push it into the field. Well, I have to push it through the gate. And I found that it's a bit more efficient to push it with the combine. I've pushed it with a tractor before, but the combine I seem to get more control over. So let's get it attached. And let's see how close to in we can get it just by driving. And, you know, running over cars with it. Oh, hang on a second. Ha! I could just lift it up and ignore the hedge entirely because it's a bit high. It's a bit low. My idea worked better, BF, as it turns out. I love these low hedges. PTO needs to be attached. Shut up. PTO needs to be attached. There we go. Unfold the combine. You've got space. Good. There we go. Used to build those edges. These are the same edges. They're just so low that the collisions aren't taking effect. Collisions don't go the full height of the head, the visible model, so you can, if you're lucky, get stuff over them. It'll still stop bales, but it'll seemingly allow the combine through, which is nice. I'm doing good, Liam. Thank you very much for asking. How are you doing, dude? Yeah, these are bullet bills edges. They were just a bit too low. Which, as it turns out, is a good thing, because I probably wouldn't have been able to fit the header through the gate. And there's another field entrance here from the yard. That's actually going to be really convenient now that I think about it. That's from the cow field. Yeah, that's going to be super convenient. Wow. Because I'm going to be using the 7810 to cart. I'm going to get one of the brown trailers and use the 7810 to cart. So we're going to have an all green machine fleet for doing the harvest this time. Being able to just drive across the field into the yard is going to be super convenient. So a quick reminder that tomorrow is... Oh, tomorrow's X-Plane. So tomorrow I'll be using probably the Challenger. I haven't actually decided on playing for tomorrow yet. It'll likely be the Challenger. Because I don't particularly want to fly the 737. I think the 747 is a bit big. And a bit slow. Well, a bit slow off the ground. It's a bit fast once it's in the air. The big boy I have plans for. I have one leg that I'm definitely using the 747 with. Well, two that I'm definitely using it with. And I might look into getting another decent range jet for the other end of the Hawaii leg, or I could use the Challenger, I guess. Or the 737, so I've got options. The Hawaii legs I'm really not looking forward to because they're 4.5 hour flights each way. In that world tour, but they're a long way off. So bonuses and detractions all at once. We have pros and cons all going on at the same time. What a coincidence. What an amazing coincidence. Get 777 or A350. 777 is an option. A350, there's no good ones out at the moment, DNF. And the secondary issue is cash. Don't have the cash for a new plane. I'm probably gonna get the rep for the B-58 because I have credits on my account from previous purchases I made in the X-Plane store. But I just straight up don't have the cash to buy cool planes at the moment. Which sucks even more because the A320 I've been after is on sale at the moment. And the A319. I would have got the A319 first. Because that's possibly a bit more... I don't want to say user friendly, it's going to be a bit more versatile. Plus, I've not been playing X-Plane much anyway. Like, it's pretty much... This is going to sound bad, it's pretty much only been the streams that I've been playing X-Plane. Because I've been doing a lot of work. Any good Dreamliners about? Yeah, this is, I think, a good Dreamliner for X-Plane. I'll need to check up on that. I think there's a good Dreamliner. But again, money is an issue there. And I'm gonna be real, I don't really like wide-body planes. Like, I like the 747, but white bodies just seem awkward to me. None of, like, I just don't get along with them. Maybe an A330 if it was any good. But that's only because it flies. Like in real life, the A330 type rating is literally just the A320 type rating. What time is it? I'm covering up the time, which is really annoying. Where's my phone? Just trying to do a time check to see where we are. 6 o'clock. Wow. Okay, I thought it was much later than that. Let's get this spawn around the corner here. But yeah, I've not been playing any games lately, other than like what I've been streaming. For the simple fact that I'm getting work done on something else at the moment. Neo looks stunning. I mean, the Neo is just... The Neo is the same as the older models, it's just a new engine option. That's what Neo stands for. So an A321 Neo is just an A321. An A320 Neo is an A320 with a different engine. Just got some auto bale forks, I'm guessing. Forks? Cool. Let me know if mods get dropped on the mod hub, by the way. If they get dropped during the stream, I'll hold up for a minute and see what they're like. Because it's not like the stream's hopping and I feel like I have to continue doing everything the same way. You know, I can stop up for a minute and look at the mod hub real quick if mods were to drop. Doubt they will, but you never know. Because the secondary issue with like mod drops is that would assume people have uploaded mods this close to the contest, and for some reason decided not to enter the contest. So I wouldn't think, just at a guess, that there would be that many mods coming out that are new. At the moment, it's all going to be converts, because why bring out a brand new mod? It announced to drop on Wednesdays. This is true. And modders, I don't think will bring out anything new and interesting and really cool at the moment, because the contest is like, what? They've got 2 days left to enter the contest, so why would they have uploaded mods in the last week or two when they can just hold it, do some more testing, and enter the mod contest if they've got like something they're really proud of and really happy with? Or if you're mad XGS, something that you hate but you're going to enter anyway because you want to see how it'll do. Contest ends Saturday, Bradley. Doesn't end Sunday, it ends Saturday. From what I understand. Is it Sunday on the stream? It might be... I don't know then. I might be wrong. I thought it was Saturday. Maybe modders have a day more than I thought. Dude in the car has just completely jacked me up. Nope. 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 Right. Can I free the John Deere? Hit the diffs and pray. I hate the AI traffic in Farm Sim. I hate it with a passion. Hey, Farmer Man. Sunday's last entry. Okay. Surely I was wrong. I appreciate that I'm wrong on this one. All those times where I'm not disappointed at being wrong, I'm actually quite happy. Let's get the triaxle in. Actually, no, I was going to do something silly with it. There we go. How big can I get this thing? 26850 is fine with trailboard tires because they're the biggest. We won't have the toolbox. Let's get a tip ridge on this. And no cover. Buy that. Okay. Back. Is that any command again? Exclamation mark Dedideets. DEDIDEETS. Now we get to match John Deere color schemes. Is the tractor the correct shade of green? It is. Always like checking these small details. Well, that should be good enough. Yep. And we'll attach those, and away we go. Let's go over to the field, onto the combine, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. So how many of you guys, this is a question purely out of curiosity, how many of you guys are or were interested in wrestling? Like WWE kind of stuff. Because I'd like to talk about wrestling, but if nobody's interested, then I won't talk about it. Hey Tommy, I'm doing good, how are you? In fact, I need to... You were? Why did you stop being interested, Jingles? Please, can I check the Dedi command map? To map. It should be exclamation mark Dedi tweets. In fact, it is. I know that I'm driving entirely off the road at the moment. Started your apprenticeship this week, very nice. Let's just pop through here. I'm assuming Nightbot's even in the chat, which is usually a bad idea. Oh, it is. But you found out it was fake? Shouldn't let it be fake. And it's not really fake, all the bumps are real. It's just predetermined. Did you try and put it in wrong, Farming Boy? Regarding roll cages and chassis for I hate you. Can you, like, make a car disappear and send it to me? I wouldn't mind a caterer. How much? One pencil for our pen from John Glynn's Clayton Hotel, Galway. Do we have a deal? The spell check changed the whole world. GG. Why do I even have a pen from this random hotel? I've never been there. Ballybrit. Do I know somebody who's been to the Galway races? That pen makes no sense to me. Which kind of shows how much logic there is in my life. Is that I've got a pen that's just appeared from Galway. You're so annoyed. Why for? What is being annoying to you? There's tons annoying me, but probably best not talking about that on stream. One thing that is annoying me is the fact that I've been forgetting to drink water. So just bear with me a second. You just melted your... How did you do that? Oh, that's much better. I need to remember to drink water while I'm streaming. I have noticed the Stay Hydrated bot's been suspiciously quiet. Your PC's been running for like 2 weeks straight because you've been doing nothing. I mean, if I'm not planning on doing anything with my PC, then I turn it off. The only time I legit leave my PC running overnight is when I'm generating ortho for next plane. That's it. That's the sum total of it, because I need this PC to do work with and to play games with and chill out. You're playing games for the 2 weeks. Well, turn it off at night, dude. And oddly enough, an occasional restart does help. Like, I've discovered that if I restart, once I've been generating ortho, when I'm finished, if I restart my PC, it runs 10 times faster than it would otherwise. Just because it clears the cache. It's those small things that make a huge difference. How many people can a server hold? 8. It's only an 8-slot server. You had like 3-hour breaks and you didn't turn off. Well, there's your problem. I always get paranoid when I've been gaming for a while that I need to just like leave my PC cool down. I know that I can run it very hard for a very long time, but I choose not to because, I mean, I don't want to risk the damn thing. Also, I really wish that I'd bought this field a while back and, fertilize it so we're actually getting decent yield of wheat here. You had a 1060, I mean, I've got a 2070. And it's expensive, but I got like the Strix 80C 2070. Recommend. It's quite a good card. Welcome back, ETH Mister. Check temps after gaming. Yeah, I don't check temps. I know from how the PC feels if it's normal or not, like how it performs immediately afterwards. Plus, after gaming, I tend to just watch YouTube. Like, after this stream, I'm probably going to throw on YouTube or something of that nature. Yeah, I've heard they replaced the 2070 with the 2070X or Super, whatever they're calling it. That's twice now. Last 2 graphics cards I bought, they replaced them like 2 or 3 weeks later. I'm not angry though. Frustrated, yes. Angry, no. You don't have the money for 2070. 2060? Are you gonna get another 1060? $2070 Super's 28 performance, same price. I'm actually quite happy with my 2070. I wouldn't replace it now. This is gonna do me for a few years now. The next item I buy, I don't know how long that's gonna last me, but it's gonna be another peripheral. One that is gonna be very useful, but I don't know how much I will. How much use I'll make of it on this channel. I might do some stuff on Saturdays where I use it and demonstrate stuff. Just mess about, I guess. Be a break from gaming. I go with the 1080 Ti upgrade to 7700K as well. That wouldn't be a bad move. That'd actually be a good move. AMD are launching their new cards this weekend. I hope the new AMD cards are able to compete. I would still personally like, just for single core performance, because multi-core performance is kind of irrelevant until Vulkan's in. Still stick with an Intel processor. CPU's launched this week. Yeah, but the single core performance of AMD processors is atrocious, and without Vulkan in games, you're really running off single core performance. Although Vulkan's apparently coming very, very soon to a lot of games. No one. Yeah, 9900K is just insane. Running the X-Plane. Yeah, I am running the beta. I've been running the beta since the beta was released. Quite like it. Although it doesn't have full Vulkan, I know that much. I think they're introducing parts of Vulkan. Yes, and it's very confusing. I think there maybe some Vulkan integration with, was it 135 is the X-Plane beta? I think there's some slight Vulkan integration, not full, but slight. Which means it's making actually the most of our computers for once. Oh, I've done it again. New Gen 3 Ryzen looks spicy with good single core performance matching Intel. It's AMD though. AMD are improving, Tommy. Like, don't go off what AMD were in the past anymore, because they're most definitely after learning and improving. Also, yes, I am using my gear stick to use shuttle controls and handbrake. That's what it's called. AMD's best value for money. AMD is value. Yeah, AMD is. I don't know if I call it value for money, but it's definitely cheaper. I'll phrase it like that. AMD is lower cost. The value for money is going to be, I would argue, subjective. It's not going to be something you can objectively look at through even benchmarks. It'll depend on what you want to do with it and what kind of performance you're looking for, because Historically, Intel have been much better for value for money. Yeah, I've seen all sorts of claims being made on paper. What happens in the real world is usually very different. Also, I think I might have broken the grass in this field. Let's just move on quickly. Let's get this into storage. Using storage as RAM isn't a good idea. Yeah, I'm with you there. Oh, that is this. Okay. PC's been using storage for RAM for years? I don't think so. Shy? RAM has always been RAM, and storage has always been storage. I know somebody who converted part of his graphics card to be extra RAM when one of his sticks broke. If you mean like temp storage, then yeah, PC's been using storage as temp storage for a while, but I wouldn't call it random access. There we go. Just question, yeah. I think it's just because it's summer. People are maybe out on holidays or out enjoying the sun. Maybe not in the mood to watch, Farm Sim. I don't blame them, to be perfectly honest. Everybody's gonna have kind of their own thing they're gonna want to do. It's the summer, a lot of people don't have school. Actually, most people at this point don't have school. So they might be gone on holiday, or they might just be out enjoying the sun with friends and whatever. Does streaming use much data? Tons! I'm currently using 4.3 megabits per second for YouTube, and pretty much 4 on the dot for Twitch. So about 8 megabits per second upload currently. And 150 megabits per second into a fair usage of a terabyte. You might be able to stream off that. I genuinely don't know what my fair use is, because it's actually unlimited. Virtual memory knows swap file uses hard drive to expand your RAM. Didn't know about that, to be quite honest, Shy. I had no idea that was a thing. Hey, Drew. How's Dave? Dave is good. How's Drew? I'm totally not chatting with Landy and Sim while streaming. Totally not texting and driving. You're Goof. Oh, good to hear. I hope you're good as well as Goof. You're good and Goof. Very good, Drew. Very glad to hear you good, Goof. Or Goof good. You're even good with a little star beside it. That's the best kind of good. Like, there's no good better than the good that has a little star beside it. That means you're really good. It's totally not you trying to correct Goof into good, no. Little star means you're super good. Astronomically good. Hence the star. See? You didn't get a notification. Do you have the... Okay. I'm gonna ask some questions, Glenn, because now I'm curious. Have you got notifications... Like, have you got the bell turned on the channel? This is question 1 of I think 3 or 4. Because if you don't have the bell turned on, you're not going to get a notification. Yes. Have you got notifications set to all notifications? Because YouTube has different levels of notification bell. You can have some bell, which is the default, which is dumb. And then you have all the bell, which is optional. Yes. Do you have YouTube set to send notifications? Actually, Glenn, I'm gonna give it the very easy solution. Join the Discord. I tag everyone whenever I go live. So you'll get a notification from Discord. I'm using that as a backup way to do things because YouTube notifications are notoriously unreliable. Or, actually, Glenn, what you could do as well is you could follow me on Twitch. Here's a tertiary way. If you follow me on Twitch, odds are, if it's like Farm Sim or a stream that you should be expecting, odds are I'm also going live on YouTube, so the Twitch email could serve as your YouTube notification. Because Twitch are amazingly good at sending out their notifications. I love Twitch for that. I also need to go through the amount of channels I follow on Twitch because holy crap, my inbox is just slammed with channels that I never watch anymore on Twitch. It's like, this dude that you watched 3 years ago is live. Yeah, thank you, but I don't really have much interest in this guy that I used to watch 3 years ago and haven't watched in 2.5 years. I appreciate you letting me know that they're live, but I really, really need to unfollow them on Twitch. And there's more than one channel that's the case for. Like, I appreciate the notifications, Twitch, but holy cow, there's too many. YouTube broken, surprise, surprise. Just deal with YouTube being broken. I mean, it's a day ending in letter Y. You should expect it by now. I've given up complaining. They're never going to fix the things that are very... They claimed 2 weeks ago that they had notifications fixed. Clearly they do not. Or it could very easily be some setting on your end, because there's about 73 different settings to do with notifications. And YouTube being YouTube, none of them make sense. Honestly, I would expect subscribing to give you notifications, but no, you gotta hit that notification bell. Then after you hit the notification bell, you gotta hit all notifications, and then after that, you gotta make sure the YouTube app or your emails are actually coming through from YouTube, and you've got that set to all notifications as well, instead of just some. And then you have to spin around 17 times on a Tuesday at 5:34 p.m. and 32 seconds, screaming, "Give me my notifications, YouTube," and occasionally it'll work. Ah! Haha! Didn't screw up this time. This 7810, I really like this 7810. It's not the most powerful tractor in the world, and I do have it in the 7810 config. If you want this tractor, by the way, it's on RainbowDave. Which is one of those sites that is trustworthy, and I am 90% certain it is from the original author, because there's an update for, this is version 1.1, and it was talking about polygons, and like one polygon being flipped, which is interesting, and shows a level of competence that is rarely seen in modders for some reason. And a level of openness, like, oh yeah, this tiny insignificant detail that you probably never noticed. That was a mistake, and I fixed it now, so there's no need to worry. Have I just turned the combine off? Turn the combine off. I appreciate modders being, like, very open about, hey, I made a mistake here. You probably didn't notice it because it's tiny, but it was a mistake, and I've fixed it. It's a level of openness that I rarely see from modders, game devs, anyone ever, and it's a breath of fresh air for me. I know that Matt will just come in and scream that his mods all suck, but that's Matt being Matt. Nice to see somebody saying openly in an update log that, hey, I fixed this tiny, insignificant single polygon. Downloading PeterVill, you're going to enjoy it, Kirk. I'm presuming that's usually meant by Peter F. It's a good map. I'm looking forward to, because Landy will not stop gushing about it, Greenwich. He has been saying incessantly that it's such a fantastic map, and I've intentionally not been watching his coverage of it, because I want to experience it fresh when I download it. And it will be one of those rare times that... Have I heard of Peter F? No, I've not heard of Peter F. Grange is going to be one of those rare times where I hop into a map to just chill out and see what it's like. And it'll be with my Xbox controller, because the wheel is a bit cumbersome to chill out with. Unless I'm playing, like, Project Cars. Project Cars, all my racing sims, get a bit of a free pass there, because I enjoy them more with the wheel. It's just simple, more enjoyable with wheel. I don't know why my voice has suddenly gone gravelly. I think I might be losing my voice. Is it back now? Oh, it's back now. So, I didn't stream yesterday, obviously. I literally, I'm not kidding. I had my wheel up on my desk. I had my gear shifter up on my desk. All I had to do was finish clamping the wheel and shifter down, plug a couple of things in, and I was ready to stream after taking a thumbnail and stuff. At literally 2 minutes to 5, my stomach started gurgling something horrific. And I thought, oh, this is gonna be nothing. Then it kind of all fell apart, and I had to run. So apologies for that. But instead of streaming, I actually did do some work for another project for the channel that I'm not going to really be advertising, but for my other channel. I started writing a script for a video on it because I finished at long last the research that I was doing, and I'm up to, I think, 3,000 or 4,000 words, and most of pretty much everything I've covered so far in the script is usually, in most accounts of what I want to cover, just written off as there's not much available for this period, and I've got 4,000 words of script written out for it. I beg to differ, and I found quite a lot on the period that there's not much available for. You want an Irish map, Kirk? I know Lancy was working on one. I don't know if he's entering it into the contest. I hope he is. I hope Lancy enters This Is Ireland, because while I've not seen it, I know that the community at large wants Irish maps. Or the British and Irish community. He is, I think. I need to shoot him a message and be like, hey dude, are you entering This Is Ireland? Because I think it'll do really well. I've not seen it, but I know that Irish maps are consistently popular with the community. At least around the UK and Ireland, they're consistently popular. So I think it'll do well. It'll suffer from the continental Europeans and possibly the Americans, but it might do well with the Americans. Who knows? That America has this weird fascination with Ireland. What map do I want on in FS19? Shamrock Valley. If I had to choose one map that, like, I click my fingers and it suddenly appears, Shamrock Valley. Like, there is no second option for me. It's Shamrock Valley or bust. That's one of my favorite farm sim maps. It feels like home to me. It reminds me so much of a place. It looks nothing similar, but it reminds me so much of a place I used to go as a child in West Cork on holidays every year. And there's this wonderful, even like the first time I went on it and looking at all these pictures that he was sending Landy and talking to him about it, I literally said to Oxy, dude, this gives me so much nostalgia for when I was younger going on holidays in West Cork. You've absolutely nailed Ireland. And then it came out and people started complaining about it being, like, not hilly enough. I'm like, no, it's definitely hilly enough. Definitely hilly enough to be an Irish map. If it wasn't hilly enough, I would have mentioned it to him. Considering not all of the coastline is super hilly, and different people felt like it was in different places, which was kind of the intention of the map. I felt that he kind of nailed what he was going for, of a generic Irish map that definitely felt Irish. When people were complaining that it didn't feel like their area of the country, that it felt like it was the wrong area, or people in Cork claiming it wasn't hilly enough, because it was almost definitely Cork people complaining, or maybe Galway. Well, almost definitely the west coast of Ireland was complaining it wasn't hilly enough to be Irish. The east coast were probably quite happy with the level of hilliness. They were complaining about the field sizes. So I think with Shamrock, Oxy did it wonderfully generically. Where people kind of got different feelings based on where they lived and where they'd been about how Irish it really was. I particularly enjoyed that none of the distances made sense. Hey Rupert. That was one of my favorite things about Shamrock. Like I didn't correct Oxy about Shamrock with the distances, because I kind of found that funny to make it generically Irish. That it was just like somehow really close to both Limerick, Galway, and Dublin. Shamrock 1-19, I believe me and Landy have talked Oxy into it, yeah. I hope we have at least. Because I will bug him incessantly for Shamrock. Because number one, I want that damn map back. Number two, CDMF. Number two, I feel like the console community needs it. I feel like the console community, definitely like the vocal, or the silent majority, the guys that said it was a shame, but they weren't complaining per se, that it didn't come to console in 17. I completely understood why it didn't come. I feel like they deserve it. Like, I know that I complain about the console community sometimes, and it's usually the very vocal minority that just screech incessantly about nonsense. But the guys that don't say much, that are quiet, and that sometimes you wouldn't even know play on console, they're the guys that deserve the likes of Shamrock, the super high quality stuff, because they don't complain, they just deal with what they're given. And I appreciate that, and they deserve nice things. Do I want Forward Mods console? No, because that would probably bankrupt Giants. I'd like to see, and this is more a wish of Giants in general and the modding community in general, I'd like to see more classics in the game, just full stop. That's somewhere that I think FarmSim is very lacking. I'd love to see Shamrock. I would as well. Like, I only have a PC, but I'd love to see Shamrock come to console. I know it'll do very well if he does bring it back, because it's Oxy and it's an Irish map, and it's one of those maps that you can just do silage on for weeks. But it's something that was missing. Something that is missing on console is a top-notch Irish map. And maybe Lancey will get This Is Ireland on console, and you guys will have that to play at. I don't know. I've not looked at it, but I've heard good things about This Is Ireland, so I would hope that it's as good as it is in my mind. I hope that it's generically Irish, much like Shamrock was. Lancey sent me a few pictures, and it did look quite generically Irish. Which, yeah, oddly in this situation, I know that sometimes they use generic as a byword for crap. When I'm looking at Irish maps, if I say they're generic, it means they could be absolutely anywhere. And there's kind of an imagination and memory kind of stuff coming in, where depending on what your experience of Ireland has been, your view on the map could be different. Like, I placed Shamrock Valley myself in West Cork because it was so similar to what I'd seen in West Cork that it felt to me like a West Cork map. But I knew that it was intentionally generic, and I helped Oxy give it that generic, not really anywhere but everywhere at once kind of feel, as much as I could. You know, I told him that everything had to be super tight. And I think he kind of nailed a lot of the core things that I would say generic. It could be anywhere in the country. Irish map should be. Because like with Shamrock I had some input. I corrected some of his spelling and some small details, but he asked me like what I'd like to see in an Irish map long before he was working on it. I just gave him some pointers that would give him a base for a map, like small to mid-sized fields for old equipment to work in, because farms really don't have that great of equipment in Ireland. Majority grass, because that's what the majority of fields in Ireland are. Tight roads and tight yards, because maximizing farming space, yo. And minimizing compulsory purchase orders. He kind of nailed all of it. Even the train in Shamrock Valley. Here's a fun little fact. The train in Shamrock Valley, I actually went out one night and did some research on trains that were used in Ireland in the past, because he wanted a steam train, but he didn't want just generic steam train. The train in Shamrock Valley was a model of train that was actually used by Iar Nordaeron back in the early 60s. It was an authentic steam train that was used in Ireland many years ago. Dare me to use small machinery in PeterVill? No. What time is it? 1:45. So it's looking like we'll finish this harvest, and then really I don't know if I want to start something else. You're using only small machinery in PeterVill? Well, good for you. I'm not gonna play the same way as you because I'm not you. I'm gonna play my way because oddly enough, I'm me, and I have my own preferences on machinery sizes for certain maps. And when I want to use small machinery, I'll hop on Meadow Grove because I find that's a map that suits small machinery much more. I'm not gonna say small machinery is crap because it's my favorite kind, but it doesn't fit on this map for me. It's too small for me to use on this map because I've got to try and keep things interesting. Instead of just working on one field for 3 or 4 streams in a row. I'm really quite tired today, I don't know why. You'd like to see the Union Pacific be big boy? Well, look up YouTube videos of it. Hey Rizzo. I'm probably going to finish the stream a bit early. Just because I can't think of something to do after this harvest. I know I can start bailing, but I don't want to do like 5 minutes of bailing and then end the stream. So I'm going to finish a small touch early today, and probably get back to work on other stuff. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. It's been a very quiet stream, unfortunately. How's the weather over here? It's gloriously sunny, and let me just check the temperature. If my phone wants to unlock, There we go. It is right now. It's what, 10 to 7. 21 degrees Celsius. It's been the mid-20s, or the low 20s, pretty much all day. I saw it was like 8 degrees last night. I was still like, it's quite warm still. The residual heat from the ground just kept everything warm last night, even though it was technically cold. So I've got no complaints over the weather. Bit warm for my tastes at times, but the weather itself has been lovely. Oh, amazing! There it is. The wheel is back. I did say I was working on some stuff to get the wheel back. It was mainly that I couldn't be bothered untangling the absolute mess that was the cabling. And I've got it untangled for now. It'll probably retangle itself in a matter of days, but I've got it untangled, and I'm happy to use it because I can get everything out fairly easily. Get everything running fairly easily, and I just need like a butter knife to get the gear stick on and off, because one of the springs is completely gone. Actually, one of the caps is gone. If I were to use the spring with it, it would just fly off at the first opportunity it got. Do I think class will be DLC for FS 19? Yes. I think now it's with FarmCon being in class and having the announcement of what the... I've been told it's going to be the Platinum Edition. I doubt it somehow. But the Metal Edition. I'm going to just call it the Metal Edition. Last year, or 2 years ago, it was the Platinum Edition. With the Metal Edition announcement happening in Harswinkel, which is the class headquarters, I can't see it being any other brand. And in addition to that, class put out a video last week or the week before where they were playing Farm Sim on their official YouTube channel, the German one. That struck me as a bit odd if class wasn't going to be in Farm Sim, considering they were using a class tractor that was hiding behind a piece of equipment in the video. Cattle, I'll be honest. If it is class coming to Farm Sim, if the rumors are true and the theories are true and my theory is true, that's the end of cattle and crops. There is no way they'll be able to come back. Because class were really kind of their big money thing. That was their selling point. Every bit of marketing material they have has a class tractor. It was their one-up on Farm Sim. You look at any bit of marketing material from Cattle and Crops, there's a very good chance that it's got class in it. Because it's going, look what we have. If Giants have class now, if Farm Sim have class, number one, all of that marketing material is wasted. Because it was an in at Giants. It was teasing Giants and making fun of Giants for not having class. Number two, it's really just advertising that they don't have much over Farm Sim. They've got different physics, sure. They've got different graphics, sure. They've got different methods of doing things and different gameplay mechanics, sure. But in terms of what people are going to be looking at first and foremost, which is the brands, they've got nothing. They've got the MB tracks, which I'm sure cost them a pretty penny to get. But they don't have anything beyond. That's not what I'm trying to do here. Hang on. No, that does not go into the silage pit. They don't have anything. Cattle and crops are dead in the water if Giants get class. And it sucks because I want Giants to have a rival. I want farms. I legitimately want farms to have a rival because it pushes Giants to do better. Yeah, Metal Edition Drew. I think class will come in. But having a rivalry for Farm Sim has historically done this. They clearly did it with FS90. It pushed the Giants to do things differently, and to change things up, and to push themselves. And, well, yeah, it hasn't worked out ideally with FS19. They kind of forgot the gameplay side of things when they're bringing in John Deere, but John Deere was a huge acquisition. But they pushed them. Big. I would anticipate Drew will be seeing. I would guess. It depends on how much class I want to put in. I would anticipate it'll be the class tractor range. The Axion or Arion, Axion and Arion, maybe the Zerion. That would be their big kind of thing if they brought the Zerion in, and then I would anticipate like a few different options of Lexion, maybe a few different options in the smaller combines. The Jaguar I think has to be in there. That's one of the class's big money items. Maybe some balers, like a class Roland to be nice. Class Quadrant to be really nice, especially if it pops out the Quadrant bales. And then you look at the grasswork equipment that they have, the mowers, windrowers. I'd love to see the Cougar, but the problem is class aren't selling the Cougar anymore. I'd love to see the Cougar in the game. Done well. I've always said this. If somebody ever does the Cougar well, I will love them forever. And if Giants bring in the Cougar to Giant standards, every complaint I've ever had about Giants will just instantly be dropped, because that's one of the derpiest, weirdest, dumbest machines that has ever been built, and I love it. But I can't guess what class I'll bring in. Like, they'll probably bring in their flagships, which would be the Zerion, the larger end tractors, and the Lexion, and probably a Jag as well. After that, your guess is as good as mine. Lanny's live? Brilliant. I've just been sat here chatting, so I'm perfectly fine with Lanny going live. That suits me down to the ground, because I actually do want to end a bit early, because there's no point in me starting something new. I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. I know that it's not been the most lively stream in the world. I'm not entirely sure why I'm not feeling 100% today, but I'm not. I'll be back tomorrow with some X-Plane, and then Saturday's my day off, where I'll probably be generating Ortho for Monday's stream, as well as doing a bit of work. So until then, stay safe, and goodbye.